What's up guys, it's San here from Telos Kiwi, and in this video today I'll be showing you how to use Reactor Fusion, which is a decentralized lending protocol on the Telos EVM network. Now, this means that you can lend cryptocurrency and earn interest on it, like a little bit like a savings account in a way, but it's not a savings account. And then you can also borrow, so you can actually take out loans against cryptocurrency. So for example, you can deposit your Telos tokens and earn interest. And then while you've got them deposited, you can also borrow against your Telos. So you can actually take out a loan in USDT or USDC, for example, stable coins, using your Telos as the collateral, the security to back your loan. So first of all, when you head down to Reactor Fusion, you need to connect your wallet. And I use MetaMask, so I'll connect it through there. For your first time, you'll probably have to accept the connection. Once you've done that, it's very quick, like I've just shown you. And as you can see here, there's quite a bit going on. So first of all, it will show you the overall statistics and the numbers of the protocol. So currently there's $115,000 supplied. So people have put in over $115,000 worth of cryptocurrency into Reactor Fusion. And $66,000 of that is currently lent out in loans. Now that's a healthy mix. But more importantly, when you scroll down, you'll start to see my account. And then these are the actions where you can interact with Reactor Fusion. So for example, today I'm going to show you how to supply Telos as an example. So I'm going to supply Telos. So I go to the supply section, press Telos, and then type in how much I would like to supply. Today I'll be doing 500. I click on supply, authorize the transaction through your Web3 wallet. If this is your first time, once again, you might have to authorize a spending limit and then supply. So it'll be 2 transactions, but for me today, it's just 1. Once that's gone through, it'll pop up here under your account. You can click out and there we go. So I've currently supplied 500 Telos. Now the cool thing is, while this is supplied, I'll be earning interest on it, and that is interest paid by people that are borrowing Telos from Reactor Fusion. So currently I'll earn just over 3.2% interest on my Telos while it sits here per year. If I was to deposit Ethereum, 4.9%, or stable coins, between 15 to 30%. Now something to keep in mind is that these interest rates vary, they change all the time. It's just based on supply and demand, so how much assets are sitting supplied and then how much are being borrowed. When there are lots of different assets or a good amount of assets supplied, but not many are being lent out, the interest rate is very low. Whereas when a lot of people are taking out loans and a lot of the assets that are supplied are borrowed, the interest rate will go up, which will incentivize more people to deposit and supply assets. So it keeps the protocol very healthy. If a lot of people are taking out loans, the interest rate goes up. So it attracts people to pop their tokens in and earn interest to supply them. So anyway, I've supplied my Telos. Now all I can do is sit back and this will sit here and earn interest. Very, very cool. But what if I want to actually take out a loan? So like I said earlier, I've got Telos tokens. I don't want to sell my Telos, but I want to get a loan in USDT or USDC. How I do that is I deposit my Telos as security, which we've just done. I've supplied it. Then I need to activate it as collateral, meaning that it is security against a loan if I am to take a loan. So all you need to do is click on the collateral button, authorize the transaction through MetaMask once again. Once it's been broadcasted and accepted on the network, it will come up as on, which means that this is now accepted for collateral. So nothing actually changes just yet. This sits here just like as it always has, earning me interest, but it means that I can now borrow assets against my Telos tokens that I have sitting in Reactor Fusion. So now I've done that, what we can do is now we can look at borrowing. So most people will borrow stable coins because it's pegged or tied to the US dollar value. So it's basically like borrowing dollars in a way. And you can see the interest rate for USDT is almost 30%. So it's quite high at the moment. But that also means that it's also high for people that would like to earn interest by supplying or depositing USDT. So if we would like to borrow a loan in USDT, what you do is you click on borrow, or under the borrow, you select the cryptocurrency you'd like to borrow, and then you type in how much you would like to borrow. So the max that I can take out, that I can loan, that I can borrow, I believe would be $99 by the looks, $98. So even then, it is saying that I'm very close to my liquidation limit. So something to keep in mind is that when you are lending and borrowing on these protocols, there are limits to how much you can borrow. So I've deposited roughly $145 worth of Telos, okay, as security, as collateral. When I borrow USDT, the collateral factor is 80%, or if I borrow against my Telos, sorry, it's 70%. What that means is that I can currently borrow 70% worth of $145. If that percentage goes up at all, which could happen if Telos's price goes down, that means that my Telos will be at risk of liquidation, meaning that it gets removed and sold so that the loan can be paid back to the protocol. So just remember, this is a loan service. It's basically you're borrowing money and it's always backed. So you are risking your assets if you don't have enough supplied to back your loan. And remember, there are rates that you need to keep in mind. So let's go back. Let's just say I want to borrow 50 USDT, which is roughly 30% of 145. So remember, I can borrow up to 70%. Now, if I borrow 50 USDT, I can see here that the interest rate I'll be paying is 29%. And if I go borrow, what will happen now is it will get me to authorize the transaction in MetaMask. And once I've authorized that and it's been processed on the network, 50 USDT will be sent to my wallet, which I can then use for whatever I like. And I can pay it off at any time that I like as well. Now, there are a lot of numbers on the screen here. I know I'm covering a lot of different things, but something really cool to see here is that even though I'm paying 29% interest on my loan currently, I will be earning 32% in RF rewards, which is a token that is tied to Reactor Fusion. So as you can see, I'm earning tokens here and I can claim those tokens. So even though I'm borrowing USDT and I'm paying interest, I'm actually earning more in rewards for doing so. This is a way for the protocol or the application to incentivize and get more people to use it. For a while, they'll be offering you really good reward rates and they'll probably drop over time. But at the moment, they are very juicy. I'm going to get paid more in rewards than my interest that I need to pay. Now, as you can see here, I have currently borrowed. Just do a quick refresh to get the numbers all loaded up. As you can see, I've borrowed just under 50 USDT and then I've got $145 worth of Telos supplied. So super cool. And if we open up my MetaMask wallet, you'll see that I have the tokens sitting in my wallet here under USDT once it loads. And like I said, I can do whatever I want with that. You can pay it off whenever you like. As you can see, 50 USDT there. So it does accrue interest. As you can see, I've got a very small amount of interest that's just popped up here, 50.00004, and it is slowly counting up. But also at the same time, that 500 Telos that I've supplied is also earning interest. As you can see, I put 500 Telos in. Right now it's at 500.00018. And so this is slowly ticking up and will do so 24/7, slowly giving me that interest reward, which is really cool. As you can see here, the dashboard, it does show you roughly how much rewards you'll be earning once it adds everything up, your RF tokens you earn, and then also your health rate. So you want your health rate to be at a healthy level. You don't want it to be too far up the scale. If it gets too close to the max, that's when you will look at potentially being liquidated, like I said, where your assets that are supplied are sold off, taken away from you to pay off your loan for you in case you don't pay it off in time. So as easy as that, that's how you lend and borrow with Reactor Fusion. I highly recommend doing a bit of research and understanding these protocols if this is your first time using a lending protocol. Can be quite confusing. There's a lot of words I'm using like protocol, lending, borrowing, collateral. These are things that you get very used to once you've used a few of these, but Reactor Fusion is a really nice interface, really straightforward. It's one page. This is just the information here. Scroll down and then you have the actions and the interest rates and you can see your own portfolio sitting here as well. Super easy. So lastly, if I want to pay off my loan, I would click on borrowed assets. So I can click on USDT here. And then under repay, I can then repay what I owe, which is currently $50 and a very small amount of interest on top. So if I go 100%, I can then go and repay it back. I just need to make sure I have enough in my wallet balance to do so. So thanks for watching, guys. My name is San. I am a block producer. I go under the name Telos Kiwi on Telos. And if you're ever staking your Telos tokens on the Telos Zero blockchain, so with Anchor Wallet or the web wallet, do vote for Telos Kiwi. It does help support me here on the channel and the videos I make. And apart from that, I'll see you around. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.